all to this wonderful segment, Spill It, U-Nice&TeensTv, with your hosts, U-Nice, all the way from Nigeria, Kaduna State. To all our viewers out there, we welcome you to this first episode of this Spill It with our honorable guest, Pastor Mrs. Esther Mai'wazi, all the way from the US. Mama, you are welcome.
Thank you so much.
This episode, Spill It. Some people might be wondering, what are we about to spill out? It's all about moral. We want to spill it. We want it to spill, like splash everywhere, so that to be able to get to our teenagers out there, because that has been our target. So, Ma, as a mother who has been experienced and have raised children, in fact, grandmother to be, we see you as our advisor that can talk to the girls out there, and that is why you are on set today. Once again, you are welcome, Ma.
Thank you so much. And
yes,
I want to thank you for the privilege of you've given to me right now to say one or two things about the teenage. Thank you. And I want to also appreciate you for the good work you've been doing on the teenagers, which is not actually really easy. It's not at all. So I want to tell you well done. And for having me here again today, thank you.
Thank you, Ma. Yes. Once again, welcome. So our first question, for the benefit of our global viewers all over there, who will be meeting you for the first time today, can you please introduce yourself? Despite I have mentioned your name, but we also need you to make that introduction to the viewers all over there, so that they may know you and get to know who you are and what you do to the kingdom. Yes, Ma.
Okay. By the grace of God and by privilege given to me by God, my name's Rev.Amb.Esther Mai'wazi. I've been a pastor's wife for over 25 years now. And then I gave my life to Christ for over 32 years. Since I was a teenage, that was when I started my work with God. And then I am a mother of three. I have a pet ministry that I call Women/Winning on the Altar that has been in existence for 18 years right now, but I work alongside with my husband to pastor a church, which is over 25 years right now. So right now I'm in America doing what God has also sent me to do, and to, of course, be a plus to my generation. So that is just a little bit about me right now.
All right, thank you so much for that, Ma. So we'll get to our question for today. Number two, as we actually on this segment titled Spill It, just as I said before, most people will be wondering what we are about to spill out or what we are about to achieve via this. But we are here to spill out something that has really eaten our society up, and even generation at large, to foster positive change in the lives of the younger generation, especially the teenagers, the teen girls. That is our focus. So therefore, we are spilling out moral value all over the wall, all over the floor, every environment, unapologetically. We will do that. So having said this, my question begins properly. The high rate of moral decadence is becoming so alarming today, both here in Nigeria and in diaspora. Who do you think is to blame for this decadence, especially in the lives of the teen girls? Who do we blame?
If I'm going to react on this, this topic in particular is a very massive, large topic to treat. I wouldn't want to say I want to blame the parents, or I want to blame anybody, but I want to say that Satan is working so hard Because when we ask ourselves, who are the teenage, who are the girls? The girl child is a precious gift from God to humanity. The girl child is the carrier of the womb. When you read the book of Revelation talking about the woman who carried the baby, you know, Satan is after the seed of the woman, is after the woman, is after everything about the woman. Yes, I know a society, generation have changed. A lot of things have changed. In fact, it keeps changing. So we have a side to blame the parent. We have a side to blame the society. We have a side to blame even the child herself. Yes, because life is all about decision. The Bible says, train up a child, that is in the book of Proverbs, train up a child in the way he will go, for when he grow, he will not depart from it. You know, at times, some of us, we are not privileged. Some children, we are not privileged to be trained by moral standard parent. And then we have come to a time right now that before you can easily pick a child outside. When you see a child that is not yours misbehaving, you can easily call the child to order, rebuke the child, if possible, cane the child. But in this time that we are in right now, you can't do anything like that because the parent will come for you. So what am I saying here is that, okay, when we're going to talk about the issue of the parents have a lot to do because it is scriptural. Train up a child in the way he will grow, for when he grows, he will not depart from it. It's very essential, it's very important that no, excuse me, that no matter what the society try to instill in the child, already the child has already grown up to see, to learn. He was taught on how. But for example, in my own case, I was born and brought up like in a slum. Yes, I call it a slump because it's a place where it's like nothing good can come out of that environment. But listen, my parents, my father was a disciplinarian. And then that period, we have a lot of people around, mothers around, that when you go astray, they can easily pick you and then lash you and rebuke you and correct you, you know. So at the time when I was growing up as a teenager, the fear of my father was stronger than the fear I have for God because I didn't know more about the word of God. So, but he instilled that in me to the extent that I have some of my friends, that some of them we are living there in Kaduna State of Nigeria. Some of them we are living to a particular destination to go and prostitute, to want to leave because you are tired of your parent cautioning you. You are tired. There's a life every teenager want to achieve, but there's something about it that most of the things that the teenage want to achieve right now, they don't know the end result. So my father will keep me, he will threaten me, he will fight me, he will cane me, he will. So when they wanted us to leave at the same time, and I remembered, I said, if my father discover what I'm trying to do right now, I promise you he's going to kill me. So because of that fear, I withdrew. And so when I withdrew, that was how I was safe from being destroyed. I pulled back, I refused to join. And another thing I want to say, parents, yes, time have changed, that you don't need to keep lashing your children because we are in the Gen Z generation that you want to talk to a child, you have to sit the child down and talk to him and send some senses to him. But the Bible still speaks about something because the Bible should be the manual of our lives. It says, spare the rod and you spoil the child. When you spare the rod, which is the rod of correction, you are sending the child into a life of destruction, whether we like it or yes. In the Bible, we have seen situations where parents, we are given instructions on what to do while carrying the child in the womb. So it starts from the womb. It starts from the womb. The Bible speaks about the mother of Samson. He told her that you are not going to take this, you're not going to do that. This is the instruction that is going to be on this child. This is what you have to do. You cannot live anyhow. to give birth to a child that will want to become highly anointed like Samson. So she heed to those instructions. These days, women conceived without saying nothing. Women conceived, and while they conceive the child in the womb, some parents, some mothers, now I want to narrow it to the place of mothers, because mothers are the ones who carry the babies from their womb. What do you say when you are carrying this baby? What is the lifestyle you live? Some women, while they are carrying the pregnancy of their children, they are others sleeping with other men. They are doing things they are not supposed to do. Now, life is more spiritual than physical. So whatever you do, it's affecting the child in the womb. So when you give birth to that child, you are giving birth to character, you are giving birth to attitude, you are giving birth to a child that you least expect what that child will become. And the mother, because of her lifestyle or what she has decided to do, to choose, which is not a part of righteousness, will affect the child. So the child will grow up seeing what the mother is doing, because the first teacher of the child is the mother, is the parent. Your child will grow up to watch you. Till today, my biological mother happens to be my hero. Why? She's my heroine. Why? Because I have watched her. I have watched her go through stuff. I have watched patience in her. I have watched resilience in her. I have watched commitment in her. I've watched the patience she had with my dad when they were together. So I was learning every day. And not just that, the society, the community where I grew up. So I grew up as a teenage, as a child growing up, learning from one person to another, but I have chosen to learn what I have to learn. But why? Because my parents guide me. They guide me. They guide me. They might not be educated, but in their own little way, they guide me. I came from a family where we are 9, and I happened to be the first child. My father will always look at me to my face and said, however I live my life, that is how my siblings are going to live. So I follow that path. I follow that orders. At times they will look at me and say, but you grew up in this environment. Why are you different? It started from my father. It started from my mother. She taught me contentment. She taught me patience. She always mentioned to me that we are not wealthy. We don't have all that we need, but we are contented. I must learn contentment. So that is one of the things. So parents are missing it in that area. That area for sure, parents are missing, because if the parent instill that in the foundation of the child, whatever is that thing you're going to pick outside, it can easily blow out. It can easily be blown out. Why? Because your foundation is solid. Your foundation is solid. So I want to believe I've answered that. Let me not take too much of our time.
Unique Girls Guide presents Teens Cooking Competition. Age 13 and to 17 years. Every teen girl should know how to cook. To participate, register with 1,000 Naira, only for a slot via this link, or scan the QR code below. First prize, 200,000 Naira. Second prize, 100,000 Naira. Third prize, 50,000 Naira, and lots of gifts. An A 3-day seminar empowering the girl child through culinary skills and home management. Featuring talent hunt, comedy, MC One Kind, dance, games, scholarships, moral talk, U-Nice&TeensTv. For adverts and sponsorship, call. For more inquiries, empowering the girl child through culinary skills and home management.
You answered more than enough. This is really, really good. And I know parents out there will get to hear, because there's one thing I keep telling everybody. I say, any child, I stop blaming them. When I see them, I turn back to ask, who are their parents? That's the first thing I will ask, because I believe it's coming from there. And thank God you are confirming it now. And I know the world at large is hearing you today, to also, so that they will retrace their steps. Yes, mothers. So without wasting time, the next question is, what do you think, Ma, is the causes of this moral decadence? As in, what is the cause? Which factor can you say that leads to moral decadence in the lives of the teen girls?
Okay. I think one of the cause of this, we have so many causes. We just finished talking about the parent. Yes, the parent, I will still come back to the parent now. Because when the parent teach you contentment. When the parents keep telling you, this is who you are, you don't need to go extra mile. So you must learn to be contented. We are in a generation where every girl wants to wear the letters. We are in a generation, not just this generation, it's been on. It's been on. You must not do what they do. So one of the cause, poverty. Poverty is one of the highest cause of immorality. I can say that to you for free. Poverty. And every girl child want to have a good life to live. You want to live, you want to look like your friends, you want to look like your colleagues, you want to look like your schoolmate, and then your parent can't afford that. And if they cannot afford, listen, from my story, yeah, I have a lot to say about my story. I don't really have a perfect life, but I can tell you where I am coming from. You, of course, you know where I'm coming from. That is the environment where I was born, raised in a ghetto where they sell weed behind my house, a lot of immorality going on. Nothing good is meant to come out of there. Was I really perfect during that period? Like I said, no. But listen, one thing that has helped guide me is to look at those who are ahead of me. Some of the girls that we feel that time, they were the girls making moves, they are making things happen, they have this, they have that, they are wearing the best clothes, they are wearing the best shoes. So I keep looking up to them, but there is something that keep happening to them. Their end result is always disastrous. So I learned contentment. My mom taught me to work hard for whatever is the thing that I want to achieve till today, till tomorrow. Even here in America, I work. I love having my own money. So she took away that idea of you need to sleep with men for them to give you money. You don't need to go into any relationship because of what you want to achieve. No. So at a time, I became so strong. I was doing a lot of things. I was so industrious. I had my own money. So when somebody is coming, you are not coming genuinely because you love me. You're just coming because you want to flaunt your money around me. I will tell you, I can work for this money. So I work. I work as a tanker girl. I work. That is the reason why at times I used to tell some young girls that are looking for the so-called comfort. You want to go after this one, you want to go after that one. The poverty mentality has so blindfolded them that they want to sleep with anybody, any man that is old enough to be their parent, is old enough to be their father, a man. You don't know what this person is carrying in his body. You should be afraid that this person might take your virtue. You must be afraid. But why I said parents have so much to do, because we are in a generation where the parent, the mother or the father can look at a girl and tell her, your friends are making impact in this area. What are you bringing into the table? And I will boldly say to this girl that when your father look at you and tell you, what are you bringing to the table? Tell him, how comfortable has he made life for you? How comfortable has she made life for you? Listen, I am here now in America. My mother is over 70s, yes, but this woman still go to the market. She's still industrious. She still sell. Even when I tried to stop her, she said no. Why? Because mothers, she kept telling us, I have to put food on your table. My father would put food on his table, on our table. So if parents can wake up in that area now, that if the young girls can close their eyes from those glittering things, glittering lifestyle, you want to have comfort. They call it, there's a name they call it now. You want soft life. You will have soft life when you work so hard to make your ends meet. Spending your money, there is joy in it. The money you have worked for. Yes, you might not be able to go to the school or be educated or do. There are things that you must do to put food on your table, to gain your value, to come to a place where men who understand value will price you high. So to wrap up this, the reason for immorality today is poverty. The poverty is not just lack of cash, the poverty of the mind. You are so poor in your mind that you feel selling your body is the best thing. Give what you have to get what you want. Is a rubbish, is a statement from the pit of hell that Satan want to destroy you. He want to kill you before your time.